Okay, so I got this Walkera G-2D gimbal, and I wanted to fit my camera to it, the Xiaomi Yi, but unfortunately it doesn't quite fit, which I knew. Various ways of getting this to fit. One's with a craft knife and gradually sort of cut this away. I really don't think that's going to work particularly well, and I think it would take ages because it's about a little bit over 1/2 millimetre to come off both ways. So I've come up with a way that I think will work, and let's see how we get on. So first of all, we're going to take the actual camera cage off the gimbal, and then it was to come up with a way of cutting it, which was a little bit more efficient than a knife or anything. That's going to be a bit wobbly. So I went for the trusty power tool, and thinking if I try and hold this and go along, I'm going to go up and down. This is a move. So I thought I'd try and come up with an idea that might work a little bit better. So I came up with the idea of using just ordinary bits of paper and use that as basically a block to sit this on that will keep it at the same height, and then I can just hold this down flat on the table and hopefully just go back and forwards. So that would give a much better way of doing it. I'm going to do this on a chopping block rather than my table, because the table bows quite a bit when you put any pressure on it. So just literally get your bits of paper. I'm not saying this is the most scientific or the best way of doing it, it's just a way I've come up with, and we'll just see how we get on. And you just keep adding the paper till you get it to make your first cut. Trying to keep the pressure even and just keep this in a stable position, and then the idea is you can just cut back and forwards along here and it will stay reasonably level. It's not like using a milling machine or anything particularly accurate, but it'll be close enough, I think, and hopefully a better finish. So we're just starting to get, you can hear that just scraping along hopefully, so we're getting a little bit of cut there. I think I'll try that. The other thing, I think, just pressing down onto this paper with my left hand here, pushing down, if you ease up slightly, the paper's just got a little bit of spring in it, so I could probably use that to cut it. Anyway, we'll give it a go, see how we get on. Certainly the theory seems to work. I'm just going to add a few more bits of paper. A little bit nervous adding too much straight away, because I've not tried this before, and I really don't want to be buying another one of these or making some other adjustments to it to make it work. Just adjust the height. Make sure your cable's well out of the way as well, otherwise you will be upset. Okay, so we're getting there. Now, obviously, this one's going to be a bit of fiddle, trying to get this to sit somewhere. So, just nice and simple. I like simple. I do simple very easy. Just simply use 2 blocks and pop that in, and you've got the same setup again. Try and keep the weight even over the 2, and then it won't compress in the corners. And you're off again. And I've got a similar problem here. I've just got to take a little bit out here just to make it fit so the cage will hold it onto the gimbal. Just give me a rough idea of where I need to go. And there you have it. All fixed. Working well on the gimbal. I can still use it again if I ever buy a GoPro or any other camera.